And we welcome you inside of the Panther Pit for the regular season finale and the home finale for the Panthers and the Panther Pit. George Young alongside Byron McClure. It is senior night along with the festivities. That'll be taking place at halftime. And we hand things over now to a public address announcer, Mark Sutton.
Welcome to Senior Night 2024 for our regiment marching band, cheer and dance, and fall sports teams. Franklin High School would like to say thank you to all the seniors being recognized tonight. We would also like to say thank you to the families of all the seniors. Thanks for all you have done for Franklin High School, and we wish you the best of luck in the future. We will start tonight with our football team so they can go ahead and get ready.
As you can see, the football team is lining the track. There's a lot of them, and they've got the big fat heads. And they'll all be honored here as we get set for kickoff coming up at 7:30.
All right, folks, starting with the football team, Kelsey Averett, Michael and Holly Averett, Ethan Averett, Michael and Nancy Hoagland. Cena Boyce, being escorted by Regina Mashburn. Avery Carpenter, Dennis and Melinda Carpenter, Aiden, Abby, and Philip Terrell. Ty Carver, escorted by Terry and Malia Atkinson, Wes Carver and Jaden Carver. Up next, Carol Cook, Robert and Christy Cook. Braylon DeZarn, escorted by Megan DeZarn, Zach DeZarn, Bree, Braxton, and Brantley. Bryson Gibbs, escorted by Elka and Silas Gibbs. Dalton Gray, escorted by Christy Gray, Gary Brown, and Keela Davis. Braden Hervey, escorted by Nathan and Elena Hervey, Peyton and Kylan. Up next, Tyler Koch, escorted by Chris and Lindsay Kufo. Josh McGaha, Tony and Maria McGaha, and Miriam Sanders. Daniel Riddle, Bruce and Diane Riddle. Peyton Shelton, Gina Plouffe and Sean Shelton. Will Sinclair, Mike and Betsy Sinclair, Max Sinclair, Marshall, and Mary Ella Sinclair. Aiden Sizemore, Diana Jennings, Heaven Warmer, and Aubrey Newsom. Talon Smith, Patrick and Amy Trawick, Hudson and Hayden. Maverick Waldrop and Alex Rogers, escorted by Chris and Brooke Waldrop, Mace, Maddox, Kathy Waldrop, Hoppy and Claude Saunders, Rogers. That is our football team. Good luck. Up next, the Panther Regiment Marching Band. Riley Burke, escorted by Kim, Mike, and Megan Wood. Jackson Cabe, escorted by his mother and father. Nathaniel Duke, escorted by Zach Duke. JC Taggy, escorted by Richard and RT. Elizabeth Escalera, escorted by Veronica Morales and Herberto Escobar. Milsa Esquivel Cortez, escorted by her family. Guadalupe Hernandez, escorted by Julia Hernandez, Adalberto Hernandez, and Giovanni Hernandez. Jocelyn Herrera Hernandez, escorted by Jose Herrera and Edina Hernandez. Summer Holland, escorted by Jennifer Holland and Kevin Holland. Lydia Lopez Perez, escorted by Maria Lopez. Lydia Mangila, escorted by Cecilia Watts, Maria Bautista, and Addison Mark. Daniel Riddle, escorted by Bruce and Diane Riddle. Anthony Sanchez Perez, escorted by Carmen Perez, Augustin Sanchez, Augie Sanchez, Shauna St. Clair, and Sebastian and Saul. Noah Taylor, escorted by the Franklin High School Color Guard. Audrey Wilkin, escorted by Elena Wilkin, Paul Wilkin, and her brothers. That wraps up the Panther Marching Regiment.
They'll get the next sport in position. Sounds like somebody is trying to speed up the process down there. I hear, let's go, let's go, let's go. I think it's Dan Gibson now.
Our next team is women's volleyball. Up first, Kyra Bowles, escorted by Trent and Amber Bowles and Damien. Up next, Ryan Green, escorted by David and Lori Green and sister Ellen. Aubrey Haley, escorted by Ryan and Dana Haley and Evan. Emma Ledford, escorted by Jimbo Ledford and Melissa, Stacy, Danny, and Gunner. McKenna Plemons, escorted by Tony Plemons and Angie. Callie Queen, escorted by Nicole Bates, Justin Higdon, and brother Miles and sister Leah. Michaela Sanders, escorted by Jamie Waldrop, Skip Sanders, and sister McCall. Piper Whittakin, escorted by Chris and Heather Whittakin. That is our women's volleyball. Up next, women's tennis. First up, Abigail Angel, escorted by Ryan and Michelle Angel and Ryland. Caroline Dill, escorted by Joe and Devin Dill, sisters Addie and Kinley, and Willie. Kate Phillips, escorted by Randy and Molly Phillips and brother Eli. Macy Stork, escorted by Brian and Amy Stork. That is women's tennis. Next up, men's soccer. Our first athlete, Graham Caldwell, escorted by Peter Caldwell and Sarah Caldwell. Next up, Ian Camacho Mendoza, escorted by Kevin Torres. Aaron Dewhurst, escorted by his aunt, his uncle, and his cousin Lily. Josiah Mascora, escorted by Sarah and Jacob, his brother. JC Taggy, escorted by Richard and RT. Not present tonight, but men's soccer, Miguel Cruz, Jason Patino, and Alex Trevette. That is men's soccer. Up next, our cheerleaders. First up, Brianna Keyrose, escorted by Connie Barnett, her grandmother, and Brian Keyrose, her brother. Up next, Molly Ramey, escorted by William Ramey, Heather Ramey, Connor and Wyatt Ramey, and Delilah Ramey. Up next, Kaylee Zachary, escorted by Joseph Zachary, Samantha McCall. And that is our senior cheerleaders. Up next, women's cross country. Up first, Dorothy Perez, escorted by Filomeno Perez, Dora Marquez, Corral Perez, Sari and Elias and Adelie. Brianna Pelletier, escorted by Marissa and Robert Pelletier, sisters Kai and Chelsea. Nadia Al, escorted by Mina Al. Maddie Holden, escorted by Dustin and Stacy Holden. Briseda Clauise Flores, escorted by Agnelli and siblings Augustine and Leslie Flores. Alexis Morales Montelongo, escorted by Alejandra and Ricardo. That is women's cross country. Men's cross country. Up first, Matheson Post, escorted by Dawson Post and Summer Post. Up next, David Rogers, escorted by Joe and Jenny Rogers. Up next, Eli Stewart, escorted by Alicia Stewart. And next, Tristan Gibbs, escorted by Daniel Gibbs, Chelsea Greer, Sean and Brittany Harold, and Donna Hefner. That is our men's cross country, and that wraps up our senior night fall sports.
Thank you, Mark Sutton. Rolling on, counting it down to kickoff on the final night of the Panther Pit right after this. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC. And we welcome you back inside of the Panther Pit, getting you set for kickoff tonight. We've got about 5 minutes until this one will kick off. Here come the Panthers onto the field as we had the senior night festivities. And they're going to bring the gigantic American flag onto the field with them. Last night of the Panther Pit in the regular season is the 75th anniversary celebration. And there's going to be a lot of flair to tonight, if not already. We've got the game ball that's going to be presented here very, very shortly. After the band gets off the field, Byron McClure joins me now, and the excitement can be cut with a knife. It is a fantastic and beautiful evening for football. The rain has cleared out, and it's going to be a big celebration for sure.
There's a lot going on, George, and you know, from the minute we pulled up here tonight, you could just tell it's a different kind of night. I mean, you got a pretty important football game going on, right? I hope we don't forget that. But it is the last regular season game here. You've got senior night. There's going to be some things that those of you at home don't expect happen here in the next few minutes in this stadium, things that are fitting of the capstone night of a 75-year history in the Panther Pit. I'm happy to be here. I know you are too.
It's going to be a fantastic night, and we're glad that you are with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. We had a record-setting broadcast last week, and we're already trending that way tonight as we send out the Panther Pit in style. It's the Pisgah Black Bears along with the 75th celebration tonight. These two teams come in as rivals. They have battled each other down to the wire for many, many years. Pisgah won 4 consecutive conference championships. Wes Tenderson took over and has won numerous championships since then. But for a while, it was Franklin and Pisgah that were battling it out for the Mountain 6, Mountain 7 conference championships.
I mean, this has become a natural rivalry in Western North Carolina. Two schools that always bring it when they show up, and I hats off to the Canton community. I look across the way over there, and I think one of the reasons that this rivalry is so hot, George, is these schools are very similar in terms of their passion and pride about their athletics. Right now I'm looking at a full set of visitor bleachers over there with people standing down around the side. So they're not here because it's the 75th anniversary of the Panther Pit. They're here because they believe in their team, and they're still, much like us, trying to find out where they're going to end up in this conference chase and what their playoff situation could be.
And you see it's flown out of our range, but the Mama helicopter, Mama 1 or Mama 2, is flying around the field, and it's actually going to land on the 50-yard line. This should be interesting. They have cleared all the tents from the track and in the end zones, and as Josh, our cameraman, tries to find a good perspective of the Mama helicopter coming into the stadium. They're going to land at the 50-yard line and then present the game ball to the oldest living Franklin football player, Howard Johnson.
This has been a trip, and I'm going to quit talking as soon as this helicopter comes into view. But what a fun thing we've got to do, George, meeting Howard Johnson and his sons who all played here and went to high school here, a man who played in the late 40s, and he comes with all of the things you'd expect with a man of his age. You have to repeat things a few times. He's got funny ways of saying things. He explained to us what it was like playing back then, and we fell in love with him. They're honoring him here tonight at halftime, and right now he's going to receive this game ball. Pretty cool.
Here it comes. Howard Johnson is going to be escorted out onto the field. There he is. Oldest living football player has just received the game ball from the Mama helicopter, and they will take off now from the 50-yard line. I'm getting chills, Byron.
Man, I got chills, tears in my eyes.
This is unbelievable.
It's been fun.
Wow. Wow.
Well done.
This is something. I don't think anybody lost their hats or their toupees in the stands. I don't have to worry about that. Now it's got to take off.
Oh, here we go. See if it sucks up any Panther hats on its way out of here. Man, how cool.
Angel Medical Center is sponsoring tonight's game, and they offered to fly Mama in, but it's always a question because sometimes they have to be called out for better things, like saving people's lives. Look at that. Good gracious. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. There it goes.
Man, that's pretty cool. Wow. Got me emotional, man.
Good gracious.
That's good stuff. And what if you're the Johnson family, right? How awesome is that?
That is something. That is something that everybody will remember that attended tonight's game or watched it on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Pisgah stayed in the locker room. They're going to come out onto the field now to their packed sideline. Franklin has been on their sidelines for a while.
Man, a lot of adrenaline. A lot of adrenaline in this place right now. I'm so happy for the folks that made it. I know we got a ton of people watching. A lot of people contacted us all for the last couple weeks. Man, I really want to be there, but I've got this, that, or the other, which I totally understand. But what a cool atmosphere here tonight in the Panther Pit. The
Pisgah is yet to come onto the field. They will do so now. The roar from their crowd.
You know, what's so crazy, when you got stuff like this going on, George, is you almost have to reel yourself back in a little bit because, I mean, I saw a bunch of people getting fired up, coaches slapping high fives and kids all fired up, and got to get your mindset on executing now. I mean, adrenaline's great, but it can't be, you know, it can't sacrifice your execution. And this is a pretty good football team we're going to play. We talked about West Henderson a lot. Pisgah's a good football team, and we're going to see some guys tonight. Aaron Clark, their quarterback, and their running back, just like last week. I know we faced a good one last week, but we're going to see another one tonight in Landon Pope, who averages about 75 yards a game. Aaron Clark throws for about 150. So they're offensively just as good, if not better, than what West Henderson was. So we'll see what happens here tonight. Panther defense has another test before them.
So it's Franklin that's going to kick it away to the Pisgah Black Bears as we will kick off the final night of varsity football in the regular season at the Panther Pit. Will Sinclair's teed it up, and we are underway. High, deep kick gathered in at the 1-yard line. They're going to bring it up to the 10, 15, 20. Push back at about the 22 is Landon Pope for the Pisgah Black Bears under first-year head coach Ricky Brindley, who didn't come far, coached last season at Smoky Mountain. He is a Pisgah graduate, taking over for Brett Chappell, who is now a Chesney Eagle in South Carolina, the head coach after turning down the job offer at Franklin. 11:50, 10 seconds it took for that kick return to be placed at the 24-yard line. Pisgah Black Bears will have first possession in this Mountain 7 conference clash. A long look at the sideline for quarterback Aaron Clark. He's going to bark at the line of scrimmage. He'll stack receivers at the bottom of your screen. 2 on the play clock. They'll get it off. Clark going to go to the sideline, has a receiver, and it is caught or incomplete. It's incomplete. It'll bring up second down.
Intended receiver there, Mason Putnam, but tonight, George, they will go a lot to Kenyon Moore, number 11, the senior wide receiver, 6'1", 180 pounds. He is their leading receiver on the season.
Under 20 on the play clock as the Black Bears break the huddle. Aaron Clark patiently waiting, now directing traffic. Fakes the end around, going to take off. Clark shakes one defender, cuts up 30-35 out of bounds.
Clark on the keeper, knocked out
about
around the 35-yard line.
Well, they're going to say it was past the line to gain. It'll be a first down for Pisgah.
Ball is going to be spotted at
Aaron Clark, also a senior.
First down, Pisgah.
And I believe this is his third year quarterbacking the Pisgah Bears.
Mark it at the 35. A stark contrast from West Henderson last week. They worked quickly offensively. Pisgah is spreading the field, but working methodically. Clark grabs the snap, looks to fire, going near side, and it is incomplete. Almost picked off. Looked like Lance Parker had a beat on it.
Yeah, and absolutely great coverage and here by Parker. And you see number 11, they're going to try to get the ball to him, especially deep. Kenyon's got long arms. Like I said, he's 6'1", 6'2", but great coverage there and help over the top, too, from number 20. I believe that's Aiden Sizemore.
Lance.
I'm sorry. That was Lance came over there.
Lance Parker. I checked my roster to make sure. Oh, it's 2nd and 10 at the 35. Down to 6 on the play clock. Clark rolls. Can't find anybody. Now going to be flushed. Heaves and had a receiver. It was caught, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah,
bring up third down.
And again, a great job here by Aaron Clark just stringing the play out. 2 weeks in a row we've seen a quarterback that can get on his feet, get outside of the pocket, and extend the play. He took a hit, though. I don't know who that was that got him, but somebody hit him pretty good.
So third down and 10 yards to go. I think the Wi-Fi in this press box is loaded down. I can't even access any of our feeds to check any comments or anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here.
That's why we're not on hardwire. It's third down and 10. Lowry goes in motion. The hand goes up the middle. And he's going nowhere. And a late flag. I don't like the way this one's going to go. It was Landon Pope. And I believe they're going to get the retaliation here. Watch this.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know about this now. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So it's going to be a first down for the Pisgah Black Bears. Is that Josh or Jay that's going crazy?
Personal foul, defense. 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
Yeah. Come on, man.
11:02 left, first quarter. That's a automatic first down. It would have been fourth down, and most likely Ricky Brimley would have set out the punting unit.
That's a tough call. Tough call. You make a call like that as a white hat, you know you're in for a long night. You've just set yourself up for 4 quarters of scrutiny. So
Aaron Clark out of the gun once again. He'll spread the field. Lowry in motion. He'll fake the handoff to Lowry and then hand right up the middle. Nothing doing.
Well, hopefully this is something Panther defense can respond to. Just a little inside give here to Lowry. Panther defense, I see McGaha, Avery Carpenter. Yeah, and all this craziness tonight, capping off this 75-year history. It was senior night, and I swear half the student body are senior athletes.
All right, it was 16 minutes. Well, what was that?
Man.
That was recorded, by the way, if you watched it all. And our file was 16 minutes long. It took that long to get all of the –
That's a lot of names.
It is, all the fall sports athletes that are seniors, class of 2025. Clark fires one up. Should be offensive pass interference. The wide receiver for Pisgah and Kenyon Moore shoved
See if we
the defensive back down.
We just missed it, but Kenyon did give him a huge shove there. And like I said, Kenyon, great kid, by the way, but told Talon he was in his way.
Get out of the way.
Could you kindly move, sir?
Now they're still discussing.
Pass interference, offense. 15-yard penalty, replay second down.
It might be even more entertaining if the official left his mic on to see what the coaching staff was saying to him.
Yeah, that's been suggested before.
We would probably get our highest ratings.
We would definitely get some tune-ins.
And as I say, it's YouTube and Facebook. No matter about the FCC.
Yeah. People have missed the halftime interviews with Jay Brooks.
2nd and 25 after the penalty. Clark, deep drop, rolls, fires, and has a receiver. It's caught about 5 yards shy of the line to gain at the 35.
44-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and 4.
It'll be third down and 4 upcoming for the Pisgah Black Bears. Now into Panther territory. They got all of the penalty yardage back. They'll be facing a big down and distance. We'll have a special guest joining us here after this play. Clark will work out of the shotgun. The horn crowd is here. Clark flushed. He's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a sack, and that'll bring on the punting unit.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
The
And 6. Looks like the
punting unit is going to come on. Let's welcome in our special guest, the son of Billy Van Hook.
Yes, that's a good way. That's a good way to put it. Everybody in Franklin knows who Billy Van Hook is.
And a lot of folks know you, Ben. Ben Van Hook joins us as we'll talk more about what you have done with hurricane relief here after this punt. It's a low snap. They'll get it out of there. And it's going to take a nice Pisgah roll inside the 5. Dang. And it's going to be down at the 4. Well, Ben, you're no stranger to Franklin football. You played.
Yes.
You were on the 2001 baseball state championship team. You have led an effort with the WNC Strong movement to open up a distribution center and get donations, and that's here in Franklin. And what you're doing in Charlotte and Concord, all up through the Boone area, where just ravaged, has been unbelievable. I follow you on Facebook.
It is unbelievable.
Just speak to what you guys have done.
So right now the distribution was here, and that's been mainly just Franklin people, and it's unbelievable the support. You know, I think in 10 days or 2 weeks we had right at 1,000 people that came and volunteered their time. And then we have been leading, trying to organize and bring everyone together. You have a lot of nonprofits, a lot of people that came and helped from around the country. And right now the main thing that's missing is everyone working together and organizing together. So on top of our efforts of Van Drake going in and grading and helping and delivering goods, we are in the process of organizing everyone that is helping and making a real plan for how to go forward.
2nd down and right up the middle. Nothing doing. It's Hervey again. Back-to-back carries for Braden Hervey. They give him 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Well, folks that are watching, and we've got a large audience tonight, how can people help you?
The main thing right now is the people that want to donate goods, hold those for a little while. Yep. We're overran, and that's not a bad thing. But another wave's going to come where we're going to need the same stuff all over again. So that is a big thing. Right now we're seeing the need for just –
what a catch. Braden Hervey, we'll watch this replay here, as he was double covered. He was able to split those 2 defenders and make that play. Up to the 31-yard line, 1st down for the Panthers.
Right now a big thing is funding. We need gift cards, just straight cash, stuff that we can go and hand out to the people that are there. Building supplies. We're making an organized plan to actually start rebuilding, and we need funding to help with the just straight up building supplies. So we're going to make a gift card program that will be available on our site, and you can go straight on, buy a gift card, and then you know that the money is actually going to Lowe's or going to Ingles, going for fuel. Fuel is probably the biggest thing that we have for heating, but our site is wncstrong.com, and we've got .org as well. So somebody had that site. We were able to purchase it from them. They wanted $5,000. We got it for $1,000, so I thought it was a decent deal.
Well, locally, you guys have eventually set up shop at Discover Church in the old CareNet building. We did a feature on them back on October the 11th. Went in and talked to your sister and all the folks that are involved with that. So Franklin folks can still help out. I know that you really don't need a lot of the donations at this point, but you need manpower, don't you?
We need manpower, and like I said, funding, buying gift cards for people. Instead of going out and actually buying something right now, buy a gift card, and we'll be able to take it over there. We've seen a lot of progress. The great thing right now is we're finally starting to see some connection between the nonprofits and the people that came in and helped, and then the government coming on board to actually to have a plan and do what's organized.
Another first down completion. Lance Parker.
That was a nice throw right there.
This is a great throw and even better catch.
Wow.
He was crossing.
He had some zip behind that one.
Sure did. You're a third down good luck charm, Ben. You may need to stick out here through this drive. Byron says that he's going to go have a hot dog and wait till halftime. Well, you guys are doing tremendous work, and it was a grassroots effort. I know a lot of folks don't understand. It just kind of ballooned as Anderson Terrell takes off. And he takes on a couple of Black Bears for about a 2, maybe 3 yard gain. But, you said, hey, I want to help out, and it just exploded.
It did.
And huge.
Whenever you're doing it for the right reasons, there's going to be a lot of people that come in this that want to make money or want to be famous from it. And we've found that the nonprofits and the people that came and actually are doing it for the right reasons, their effort is taking off. Those that came in trying to be famous off of it or make a bunch of money, they're slowly going away because people didn't buy into it. So we're trying to come up with an initiative with WNC Strong that we can hire people and give the nonprofits the funding they need to stay in the area. Dang it.
Pass is intercepted at the 38-yard line. It was intended for Hervey. And he was, again, trying to fit it into a window. Watch the replay here. It looked like Hervey, it was a little behind Hervey. He slid, fell down. So the first turnover of the night for Franklin, for either team. Okay.
And we've, if you're looking at stuff that's happened that's just amazing. One, we're seeing a big Christian movement over there, and we're able to help the churches out and get them back up on their feet and back running. We have created some technology with the donations that have been given. Michael McClure was a big part of that for the water side of it. But we're also getting different, we're able to provide mobile doctor's offices because that's the hospitals up there. That's what you don't understand. The infrastructure is gone. They don't have water. They don't have power. They don't have sewer. So the hospitals can't take anyone. The rest area, our rest homes can't take anyone. There was a rest home in Asheville that was basically based around people with special needs, and it was for the older crowd, and they just got abandoned. For a week, nobody was in that rest home helping these people. So through donations and through labor or through donated time, stuff like that we're able to take back over or get going in the right direction. And with an organized plan like we have and implementing, the big wins are going to be coming a lot more now. And that's
on first down, weaving its way in traffic, goes Lowry. It's about the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
Making middle school Panther football.
So again, if you're looking to help, if you're looking to donate your time, we at www.wncstrong.com, you can actually go on and volunteer. Tell us what you're good at, when you're available. There's a whole form to fill out, and then we send out text and emails when something is needed. So if we get a need, we can text it out, and then we have people just come on and accept the mission basically. And it's been we were able to implement that last week, and it helped streamline getting the needs out there and getting them met.
Pass complete to Mason Putnam for the Black Bears. Nice catch on the far sideline. It's going to be out of bounds at the 22, so it sets up the Pisgah Black Bears close to the red zone. Well, it's been a pleasure, Ben, and your dad has helped out a lot with what we're going to have here at the half, and you're going to be a part of that as you were for the former Panther on the field, and we're looking forward to it, and good luck with all the efforts that you guys are organizing.
Appreciate it. And if somebody wants to donate, volunteer, go to the site, wncstrong.com, and also we're going to release the actual company and the structure and how it's owned by Western North Carolina as a whole. It's not owned by me. It's not owned by one corporation. It's going to be owned by all of Western North Carolina, and the money that's made for WNC Strong goes back into Western North Carolina. And what we're building with it is an endowment that will forever be in Western North Carolina. So it's not just for this hurricane. It's going to be for any disaster. And if there's not a disaster, we call it delivering hope. And it's through 3 H's. It's housing, health, and heat. So the housing, self-explanatory. The health is mental, physical, spiritual, and food. That's what you have to be healthy. And then the heat is, fuel to give people heat during the winter. But the endowment that we have and we're creating will do that forever for Western North Carolina. So even though this was the worst disaster in U.S. history, we're trying to find a light at the end of the tunnel and make it a positive instead of just a negative. And it's being built, and it's going to be a good thing. So thanks for having me.
All right, Ben, appreciate you. First down for Pisgah out of the timeout. Clark drops, heaves, going to the end zone, has a receiver out there, and it's knocked away. Knocking it out of the hands of the intended receiver, like Holloway. Or check that, Aiden Sizemore knocked it away.
Great defense by Aiden Sizemore. I thought for sure from this perch we had our first touchdown of the game, but a nice recovery by the senior Sizemore. So www.wncstrong.com, is that wncstrong.com or .org? Glad to have Ben with us.
2nd and 10 for the Black Bears. Hand up the middle, fighting forward. About 2 yards on the carry.
He carries it up to the 21-yard line.
It's Landon Pope again.
I was going to say, George, just to close that little session down there, the one question you forgot to ask him was, have you worn your sister and dad out yet? Because they have spent some time down there.
I think we know the answer to that.
Yeah. No, a lot of it. Ben has as well. They've spent a lot of time, so as well as others. There's others in the community, but glad to have Ben up here. Big play right here.
Yeah, it is 3rd and 8 at the 21-yard line for the Black Bears. Aaron Clark out of the gun. Being flushed. Still looking to fire. Has a receiver. He's got the first down. As the pass was complete to Moore, Kenyon Moore, able to stretch across the line to gain.
Well, number 12, Aaron Clark, looks like a guy that's been playing quarterback for 2 or 3 years. That's a lot of snaps. He's got experience. Did not rush. Just kept moving, waiting for his big target, Kenyon Moore, to become available. This is 2 weeks in a row, George, we've faced teams that have this capability, and it's a game changer.
Clark, once again, awaiting that shotgun snap. Under 10 on the play clock. Lowry goes in motion as the snap comes back. Pressure is on. He heaves it. Nowhere near the line of scrimmage was he in the pocket. I don't see a flag yet. Was there anybody in the area is the question. They're going to talk to each other, the line judge and the white hat.
Yeah, the deputy over there on the phone.
There's the flag.
I mean, why did that take that long?
So it'll be a intentional grounding call. I'll sit down.
Intentional grounding. Offense, no player was in the vicinity of the throw. It's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Loss of down, 2nd down.
The cop over there, he might have played at one time, but not tonight.
Well,
he doesn't count.
He's just over there for security. That's a biggie.
2nd down and 26.
We'll push it all the way back to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 26. Pressure on. Dips out of one defender. Dump pass. It's Lowry with it. Check that. He's out of bounds at about the 19. I thought he was a little farther up, but that is a big gainer. It's almost all the penalty yardage back. Landon Pope, rather. I said Lowry. Landon Pope, the Black Bear, who caught that one. He's out of bounds. They'll mark it inside the 16 at about the 15. It'll be 3rd down and 14. As he did get out of bounds. 1:21 left on the first quarter clock. Coming up at the half, glad that you are with us as we approach 8 o'clock. And at the half, we're going to have the 75th celebration of the Panther Pit, the final night of football here. And it should be a doozy. We'll have it live here on FPSN. High snap. Clark now being flushed. Fires. End zone. Caught. Touchdown, Pisgah. Matthew Mahaffey, the junior, catches the pass in the back of the end zone from Aaron Clark, and Pisgah strikes first.
Well, once again, we get some pressure on Clark in the pocket. He steps up, takes a few steps to his right, and finds Mahaffey down in the corner. It is hard for a secondary to defend that long.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, minute 12 left, first quarter. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville, your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Take a trip back in time with The Final Whistle, 75 Years of History, the Panther Pit documentary. Now streaming on the Franklin Panther Sports Network's YouTube and Facebook pages. It's a historical trip back in time, celebrating the past and looking ahead to the future. It's loaded with many interviews from former coaches and players. You'll find out how the Panther Pit got its name, plus historical tidbits of info over the last 9 decades. It's available now, on demand, anytime on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. The Final Whistle, celebrating 75 years of history at the Panther Pit.
Welcome back. As we had Braylon Desarn take the kickoff up to about the 33-yard line. There's a lot of moving parts tonight. And some discussion in the break there. It's going to be first down for the Panthers. This is their second offensive possession after the turnover. The interception of the first offensive possession gave Pisgah the football for the second time, and they drove down and put 7 on the board to open this game on the scoreboard. A little pitch out to Hervey. Hervey fighting his way up across the 35 to about the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 as we tick under 60 seconds left, opening quarter.
I'll tell you one thing I can see right here, just in a quarter of play. Pisgah pretty good up front. Very similar to us on defense. They move well laterally there, and I know it's been a little hard for us to get the running game going. And that was the word. Pretty good up front was the Pisgah defense. So we'll see how that plays out here throughout the game.
Flat pass, Desarn caught. Turns the corner, 40. And hog-tied out of bounds after he picks up the first down up to the 44.
The 44-yard line.
Somebody lost their helmet. There was a lot of hand fighting. I was waiting for a flag of hands to the face right there.
Yeah.
But did not see a flag. Or was there? No.
Jake Lowry there for Pisgah loses his helmet. He'll have to go off for a play.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Down to 10 on the play clock. Panthers got to hurry now to the line. Down to 7, down to 6, down to 5. Just get it off with 1 on the play clock. Right up the middle. And it's Garrett Young. Or Sutton, rather.
Across the 45.
Attic Sutton able to get up to about the 46, maybe the 47. About a 3-yard gain.
You see him get stood up right here. And, of course, Kenyon Moore, some of the other Pisgah players immediately going for the football, which they should.
First quarter in the books. We will take a break, come back with the second quarter right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back as we'll get the second quarter underway very, very shortly. As the Panthers are approaching midfield. Glad that you are with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 at the 47 for the Panthers. Anderson Terrell out of the gun. He need to stop talking to the PA, and they just did. Anderson Terrell tries to shake one defender, does, and he's going to be slung down at about the 48-yard line. Maybe a yard gain. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Panthers.
One on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Another tough
3rd down and 6.
spot here for the Panther offense. 3rd and 6, maybe 7. And again, this Pisgah defense, pretty solid.
Terrell under center this time on 3rd down. As DeZarn goes in motion, deep drop for Terrell. Plants the foot, heaves, and it is going to be picked off once again. Mason Putnam with a one-handed catch.
Intercepted by number 8, Webb. Pisgah offense will have the ball at the 27-yard line.
Pisgah will take over
As the Panther defense comes back.
at the 27-yard line. The second turnover, both interceptions in this first half for Anderson Terrell.
Participating in tonight's festivities, please make your way down to the east end zone. That would be the left of the home side.
The Pisgah Black Bears up 7-0, looking for more as it is Aaron Clark in the gun. Awaiting that shotgun snap. He's going to hand right up the middle for about a 3-yard gain for Landon Pope. Pope across the 30. They'll mark him near the 31-yard line.
Gain of 4.
Gain of 4 and bring up 2nd and 6.
A lot of moving parts here tonight.
Yeah, and it's. I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna say anything. All the work me and you do. It's a shame. I'll just say that it's a shame. And we don't anyway. 2nd down and 6. Clark will work out of the gun. Long time in the pocket, able to find a receiver on the far side. As it's Kenyon Moore, he was wide open.
Yeah, I don't know really what happened there. We had 2 guys backing covers, but they were real deep. And to be honest with you, giving a lot of respect there. Looked like Sizemore on the coverage. Parker came over with help, but he got real deep. Wasn't going to get beat deep.
Across the midfield stripe at the 49. Hand goes to Pope. And he's going to be chopped down after about a 5-yard gain. Landon Pope, a junior, 5'10", 205 for Coach Ricky Brindley. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 now. They'll mark it right at the 44-yard line. Clark scans, has all day, fires, and the receiver fell down. Like it was going to Moore, but at far side. We'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Pisgah. We have seen 3rd down conversions throughout this first half for Pisgah. The Panthers on their opening possession were able to get a couple of 3rd down conversions, but those drives have been stifled by interceptions. It's been the story so far in this game. It'll be 3rd and 5 now as we tick under 9 minutes after this play starts. Pistol now for Clark. Going to hand to Pope. Pope going to kick it out. Pope cuts it up. He's got the 1st down and more. Pope out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. They'll mark him back. Looks like at about the 28.
Landon Pope playing exactly like we were told he was. Tough runner here. Watch him kick it out once and has just enough speed to get around the corner, but also, as you can tell, good-sized kid, very strong, and another 1st down for the Pisgah Bears.
They continue to march down the field to the Bears. It'll be 1st down. Mark it back at the 28. Clark going to the end zone. It's going to be a jump ball. Knocked down. Braylon DeZarn knocks down the pass intended for Kenyon Moore.
Oh, great job by Braylon DeZarn right here. Not only just sticking with Kenyon Moore, watch him turn and find the football, go up and just knock it down. Textbook defensive play there from the senior, Braylon DeZarn.
Pistol for Clark on 2nd down. He'll hand to Pope right up the middle into traffic. Pope stopped after maybe a yard. The clock will continue to tick. It's under 8:45. Very short game. 3rd and 8 upcoming.
Finally put some pressure back on Pisgah. Unfortunately, George, this is a down in distance that Aaron Clark has really picked us apart so far.
Yep.
Panther fans, it's 3rd down.
His ability to extend the play and really just dump these mid-range passes.
Third and long. Clark drops, fires, caught, 1st down. It's Mason Putnam. It was again wide open.
Yeah, he was, and this time Aaron Clark didn't have to move a whole lot. Very poised in the pocket, though. Look at him right there, just bouncing, waiting, and finds his receiver.
Pisgah marching, looking to go up 2 scores. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll give it on the end around. Quick handoff goes to Jake Lowry, and Lowry able to get about 6 yards on the speed sweep. Mark him out of bounds. It stops the clock with 8:05 left. It'll be a gain of 5 for Jake Lowry, and it's 2nd and 5.
Still some remnants of that sweep and offensive playbook. Brett Chappell used to
Oh, yeah.
run a lot of that. Of course, Ricky Brindley coached under Brett Chappell, went Smoky Mountain, and now is back at Pisgah. I think you mentioned that earlier.
Led his Black Bears, his alma mater, to a 6-2 record coming into this one. Again, to hand to Pope. Pope hiding behind that line Tries to cut it up, but he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. So third down upcoming once again. And this has been the bugaboo for the Panther defense so far in this game.
Third down has been tough. We've yet to be able to close somebody out on a set of downs. And I will say this, too. When you spend as much time on the field defensively as we have in this first half, it begins to wear on you. We don't have time of possession up here right now, but I know we're losing that battle for sure.
Third down and 4. They gave him a yard. 7.5 clock ticking. First quarter. Aaron Clark. Scans. Being chased. Just heaves it out of bounds. Gets it across the line of scrimmage. And he was outside of the tackle box. It's going to be fourth down.
And again, finally a good closeout there for the Panther defense. But once again, Aaron Clark makes it interesting. Luckily, we're gonna force them to at least attempt a field goal here. This is bad. This is bad. The last time I saw someone kicking for this distance right here, I feel like we got a jab in the throat.
27-yarder, it's up. And it's good. So Pisgah has taken a 10-0 lead with 7:05 left in the first half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
All right, welcome back. As the Panthers will see the kickoff from the Black Bears. So we are back here live at the Panther Pit on the 75th celebration night. A lot of moving parts as this kick is away. It's going to be Desarn that'll gather it in up to the 20. Desarn going to cut back across the field and be hemmed in at about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. A nice return for Braylon Desarn. The Panthers have it.
Good return from Desarn, and Panthers get a start from a respectable spot on the field here. Most importantly, that was a win just a minute ago, forcing a field goal out of a Pisgah offense had pretty much owned us on third down all night long. Props to our defense sort of stepping up there and forcing a out-of-bounds throw from Aaron Clark, and we'll take 3 instead of 7, George.
6:54 left. Panther offense got to put a drive alive to stay in this ball game. Back-to-back turnovers, both interceptions. As we've got whistles, I think they didn't have enough time delay a game yet.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Delay a game. That'll push it back.
Certainly on a night where you're having trouble manufacturing some offense, that's not exactly what you want to do, but a little trouble getting the play in there for Anderson Terrell.
Be 1st and 15 at the 22. And goes to Hervey. Hervey gets ahead of steam up to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. Gets the penalty yardage back and a few more. It'll bring up second down and about 7.
First time Hervey's had a little bit of daylight there running around the corner.
Second down and 7.
But I don't care how fast Hervey runs or anybody else on this field. No one faster than Andre delivering the football to the official.
No doubt about that. There is no doubt. Attic Sutton on the carry this time, and Sutton fighting forward, still moving. And Sutton is about 2 yards shy of, well, hold on. They're going to mark him up at about the 39, so that'll be enough for the Panther first down.
Great run by Attic, and a really good call there by Coach Brooks and staff. Over on the right side, he had twins, but he stacked Braden Herbie over there underneath and really got some attention, I think, from the Black Bear defense, and that allowed, notice Attic comes to this other side, took a defender across the field and got them out of the way, and Attic gets a first down.
1st and 10. Flat pass, DeZarn fighting for anything. DeZarn up to the 41-yard line. Mark it at about
3 yards.
42 now. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. So 3-yard gain for Braylon DeZarn. Coming up at the half, fans, we're going to have the complete 75th anniversary celebration of the Panther Pits. Final night of football here before the wrecking ball comes. It was a quick snap, and here comes the flags, and I think it was some procedure issues there.
False start, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It's another 5-yarder. So we've seen a couple of 5-yard penalties on this drive. We'll back it up, make it 2nd and 12.
You don't do it often, but Mace Waldrop a little quick on the trigger there, and he knew it just as soon as he let it fly. Mace is going to watch this later and wonder why I called him out, but he does a lot of good stuff. Just a little mistake right there.
So it's going to be a timeout for the Panthers. They want to talk it over. Probably a good timeout. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll be back right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Out of the timeout, 2nd and 12. Terrell will send Hervey in motion. He's going to get the pop pass. Hervey got to turn the corner. Look at Hervey go. Hervey across the 50-yard line. That'll be enough for a Panther first down.
Man, he gets out there quick. Watch this. This play a little bit slow in developing. Braden just sort of size up, but watch him turn it on right there. Plants his right foot in the ground and gets out there for a first down.
Ticking under 4.5 left in the opening half. Attic Sutton right up the middle. And Sutton chopped down after about a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Glad that you're with us. YouTube, Facebook, a lot of folks tuning in. We set a record last week, had over 80,000 plays on our Facebook post alone. And thousands on YouTube as well. Pass through the hands of Braylon DeZarn. He's going to bring up 3rd down. We appreciate you joining us tonight. The halftime celebration is upcoming. As this was a little high coming out of the hands of Braylon DeZarn. Luckily it was not intercepted. It went into traffic. 3rd and 6.
George, want to say hello to our buddy Mike Wood listening in tonight.
We tried to get him to celebrate with us because, what's a 75th celebration without Mike Wood? We don't really know where he is. Flat pass, it's DeZarn, caught, going to cut it up, but cannot get the first down. He is chopped down 2 yards shy, and I'm sure the offense will remain on the field. 4th down.
Tough play, well defended. I think that's Mason Putnam out there making the stop, but really a pretty valiant effort there from Lance Parker trying to set the block.
Yeah.
But it looks like, are we going to change our mind and punt this, or what are we doing here? Oh, we're going for it.
Unless it's a no. First down for Herbie.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, the way Herbie took that football, he was not going to be denied. Watch him right there. He had a little extra in the tank and knew his team needs a first down. Good job, number 11.
Ticking under 3 minutes left. 1st and 10 at the 35 of the Black Bears. And to Hervey again. And Hervey just going to bowl his way forward for about a 3-yard gain for Braden Hervey.
It's going to be a gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 upcoming as we're under 2.5 left here in the second quarter. Franklin trails 10-0. If you're just joining us, Franklin has turned the ball over. 2 interceptions have been the story in this first half. And Pisgah able to capitalize. Attic Sutton up the middle to the 28. 3rd and short upcoming. I got to worry about the clock. 2 minutes left.
3rd down and 3.
2 timeouts, though, for Coach Josh Brooks.
Yeah, this situation, I mean, you'll take 3 if that's what you get, but you sure would love to get a touchdown right here. Panthers will get the football coming out after the second half. After halftime, I should say.
Attic Sutton had it briefly. Out of the belly, it goes into the belly of Anderson Terrell, and Terrell faked everybody out and able to get the first down.
Yeah, and a nice little block there by Brock Bradley. Free him up. You see him pin the defender there and give Anderson some room. But again, clock running.
And down to minute 15 remaining. Got to hurry up. Down to 70 seconds on that clock. First half clock. And a fumble, and Pisgah's got it. 3rd turnover of the night for the Panther offense, and it squashes their most impressive drive so far. And Pisgah will get the football with 56.6 seconds left. And if something doesn't change here, the Panthers will be shut out for the first time in the first half all season.
Yeah, and that was a tough one there. Put right in the gut of Hervey, and I think it just ricocheted off his pads, didn't get his arms around it. But it does leave 56 seconds for the Bears.
Clark grabbed that shotgun snap. He's going to hand to Pope. Pope for about 3 yards.
On the left side, tackle by Young.
Sure, Ricky Brindley will just let that clock continue to tick, and he'll be pleased to head in and up 10-0 on the road tonight. Pisgah comes in at 6-2. Franklin, a devastating loss last week to West Henderson. I'm not sure we talked enough about that in the pregame. With everything that was going on, the one thing that I wondered about was the mindset of the Panthers after such a devastating loss, having a lead till very late, the controversy at the end, most likely no shot at a conference championship for the 7th consecutive year. A lot of the goals that they had set for the beginning of the year were dashed last week. And so far, there's been a hangover. That's going to do it for the first half here at the Panther Pit.
Brings us to halftime.
10-0 Pisgah. Pisgah will head into the locker room, and we'll have the halftime celebration of the Panther Pit.
75 years of memories with us. For 75 years, this has been our gathering place. Football games, folk festivals, class days, graduations, band performances, track meets, and fundraisers. Just some of the reasons you all have been here over the years. At times, this place has been described as the best, and at times it has been called the worst. While all of that is up for debate, one thing is for sure, it has always been our place. Hard to believe it was over 100 years ago in 1923 when this piece of land was donated to Franklin High School.
Can we please get 20 minutes on the game clock, 20 minutes for halftime? Thank you.
It was intended to be a place for its students to congregate and enjoy. Some 25 years later, in September of 1948, local lenders decided they wanted a place for a permanent football stadium. They wanted a place where locals could gather, sit comfortably, and root for their team. This was the place. Local civic groups like the Lions Club, Rotary Club, American Legion, and the VFW took the lead. Money was raised to build concrete seating that would accommodate 500 fans. Local citizens and businesses joined in with money, time, and labor. Franklin Press articles from that time talk about how excited the community was about football. So excited that they quickly found those 500 seats were not enough. Only months later, in March of 1949, a plan was made to expand the seating to accommodate at least 1,800 people. By the summer of that year, plans for a new press box, concessions, and restrooms were added. Franklin High School officially had a new football stadium. On October the 21st of 1949, over 2,000 fans gathered right here as the Panthers played host to Robbinsville and officially dedicated the new stadium. A lot has changed here since that October night in 1949. Depending on your age, you can probably recall various versions of the Panther Pit. Some may remember the creek that came down in the west end zone. Some may remember losing footballs in the ditch that ran through the visitor side. And some might remember the old bleachers that are now buried underneath the current concession stand. Some may remember dressing out in the gym before there was a field house. Some remember the tall pines and the way they framed the pit on a fall Friday night. Some of you remember running on a trail before there was a track. Some of you may have helped E.J. Whitmire pour concrete, or Mr. Roten build something, or Lewis Penland work on the field. And many of you played on that old hard surface of the pit, and some of you have scars to prove it. While much has changed about the stadium, one thing has remained the same: the people involved. The dedication of our local people to take the lead and make change when it is needed. Whether it was the original work completed in the early 50s, the stadium overhaul of 1976, improvements in the 1980s, turf renovations and fieldhouse additions of the 1990s, the concessions, bleacher, and stadium program of 2001, or the generous donations over the last 25 years. We have always had people in our community that lead from the front, stepping up and getting the job done. Leadership, pride, and a sense of giving have always made this place special. There have been countless folks over the years that have contributed, and many of you are sitting in the stands or standing on the field. And many of you represent someone in your family that has spent time, effort, and passion at the pit. Thank you, Panther fans. On the track tonight, we are joined by many of the men, women, and families that represent the leadership and selflessness that make this place special. We want to recognize these folks and their families. But first, Coach Josh Brooks would like to introduce two very special guests. Joining us tonight is a U.S. veteran and a member of the 1948-1949 Panther football team under Coach Milburn Atkins. He is the only known remaining player from the inaugural season of the pit. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Mr. Howard Johnson. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next, you remember him as the head coach of the memorable We Believe Panthers of the 1976 team, a team that after an incredible summer of volunteer effort that transformed the Panther Pit, we would go on to host 3 playoff games and ultimately win the state championship right here in the pit. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming back Coach Mr. Bill Dyer. Panther fans, now join me in welcoming back the following groups to the pit. Let us start with the men that have led our football teams on the field for the last 60 years. We have been blessed with great coaches here at Franklin High School. And tonight we will start by recognizing the man who has coached and won more games than any other in the pit. Please join me in thanking Coach Josh Brooks and his staff. Coach Brooks is joined tonight by some of our former head coaches or their staff. Please step forward as your name is called. Please hold your applause until we reach the end. Coach Fred Goldsmith. Coach Mark Leake. Members of the coaching staff for Mitch Myers. Bill Crane. Members of the coaching staff for Coach Bill Morgan, Keith Brooks and Gary Brown. Members of the coaching staff, Mr. Joe Hall, Coach Bill Dyer, along with Coach David Morgan, the family of Coach Pat Patillo and his son Rocky Patillo, the family of Coach Tom Raby and Mr. Todd Raby, the family of Dick Stott, and the family of Grady Corbin. I believe Ren Speedy and Miss Wilma Corbin are here in his honor. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Panther Nation, thank you for being here tonight. Also joining us tonight are current and former members of the school and athletic administration. Please step forward as your name is called. Please hold your applause until we reach the end. Please welcome Mr. Blair King, Mr. Mickey Noe, Mr. Chris Baldwin, Mr. Gary Shields, Mr. Doug Clemens, Mr. Jay Brooks, Mr. Matt Bradley, Mr. Ryan Haley, Mr. Gene Young, Mr. Terry Bell, and Mr. Billy Van Hook. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in a round of applause for these men and their leadership. There are countless individuals who have contributed to the rich history of the pit, from the visionaries who stepped up to first make this place a home for Franklin football in 1948, to the sponsors you see on the signs around the stadium today, and other donors that wish to remain anonymous. We owe a debt of gratitude to all who have spent their time, energy, and resources to make the pit what it is. Tonight, we are joined by some of the people and families that exemplify this spirit of selflessness and giving. Join me in welcoming these folks back to the pit tonight. Please step forward as your name is called, and we'll hold the applause to the end. The family of Mr. Tommy Roten. The family of Mr. Lewis Penland. The family of John C. and Leroy C. The family of E.J. Whitmire. The family of Jerry Sutton. The family of Hobart Renault. The family of Branson Barrett and George Barrett. The family of Randy Raby. Guy Duval. Joe Sanders. Clark and Company, Richard and Gary Clark. Young Tree Service, Josh Young. Watson Contracting, Kevin Watson. Countryside Chevrolet, Joe Alvarez. Franklin Ford, Brian and Hammond Rowers. Waya Insurance, Jim Garner Mike Wood, and Jeff McClure. Gates Auto, Randy and Jared Gates. Bill Construction, Ronnie Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Panther Nation, thank you for your contributions over the years. I want to apologize. I may have forgotten Coach Atkins, who's also down there on the track. And finally, tonight is homecoming for our Panthers. A perfect chance to bridge generations of Panthers together one last time on a field where they have all made so many memories. Tonight, we have asked former Panthers who have played, cheered, played in the band, or competed on the track to come join us. To all the former Panthers that have joined us tonight, we thank you, and we are glad that you made it here tonight. Thank you for joining us one last time in the pit.
And that concludes the 75th celebration. You see all the folks that were at about midfield between the hashes.
As you can see, we have members of the
First and the last teams to play on this field with us tonight. To commemorate this occasion and signify the link of all Panthers throughout a 75-year history of playing at the pit. Coach Brooks presented the game ball to Mr. Howard Johnson, and it was signed by all the players tonight. On behalf of Coach Brooks and Franklin High School, thank you all for being here to help us celebrate. Let's give a round of applause for the pit and all these fine people that have made it special for 75 years.
As I was saying, it was a lot of folks that you may not have caught were on the field that were former players and cheerleaders and band members. And looks like the band is going to attempt to play. They've only got about 7 minutes before we're supposed to get back to action here. But myself, along with the Panther Pit Celebration Committee, did a lot of research. Byron McClure did a lot of research. Dan Hunter did a lot of research. And if you haven't already, watch the Panther Pit documentary that we put together. It's 45 minutes of history, taking you through the 1920s to now, of how this place got its start and the changes through the decades, the 9 decades. It's streaming right now on both of the pages for Franklin, the Panther Sports Network of YouTube and Facebook. And here's a little bit of a preview of the Panther Pit, the last whistle, 75 years of history.
For 75 years, the Panther Pit has stood as an enduring symbol of our community. More than just a football stadium, it has witnessed graduations, folk festivals, senior class days, track meets, youth sports, band performances, and the crowning of many homecoming queens. As for football, it's a place where countless young men forged their character, where small-town rivalries were ignited, where hometown heroes were discovered, at a place where generations of fans found a place to belong on Friday nights. Whether you were on the field, in the band, or watching in the stands, the pit brings up nostalgic memories for all of us. From its humble beginnings to its present status, the Panther Pit has become an integral part of our community. Its transformation over the last 75 years is rooted in the generosity this community is known for. There are tons of stories to tell, and surely we won't be able to share all of them in our video, but this tribute is meant to capture the pit's history and stroke great memories for those who have been a part of it. We hope this video will spark conversations about what made the Panther Pit so special, both within our community and beyond. We will explore the history of this beloved venue and document its biggest changes throughout 75 years. Along the way, we hope to highlight the people and selfless dedication that made it a legendary part of our community. This documentary has involved many hours of research. We have scoured the local press archives and conducted numerous interviews with folks that have a first-hand account of the last 75 years. And we found two things that are certain. The pit has received a ton of work over the last 75 years in terms of the field and playing surface, amenities for fans, and facilities for the players. These changes have been driven by the generosity of our local people. Civic groups and individual fans have given resources, time, and money to change it for the better. There is a ton of excitement about the future Franklin High School campus and the new Panther Pit. But let us first pause and say a proper goodbye to this one. The Final Whistle, celebrating 75 years of history at the Panther Pit, now streaming on demand on the Franklin Panther Sports Network's YouTube and Facebook pages.
My big goal was to make it to state this year for cross country because we lost some of our good runners. So it was kind of hard to get settled back in to get everybody in their stride. And so we're going to try to make it as a team, but if not, I'm going to try to make it on my own. And then I'm hoping this translates over to track a little bit. I really consider myself like an 800 runner, and so hopefully we'll have a good time in the 800 this year. And all the work during cross will pay off. And I kind of just fell into running on my own. It was my freshman year. I really didn't run any sports my freshman year until it was around December, and somebody made a post on, I think, Facebook about come out and join indoor track. And I really didn't have much friends my freshman year, so I figured I'd just come out and try to meet some people. But then I found out that I'm not bad at it, so I met some people, got some friends, and the more I did it, the more I fell in love with it.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. As you see the Panther Marching Band finishing up their routine, which we did not know with all the preparation going into the 75th celebration on the television side, that they were going to go out and perform after the almost 15-minute 75th celebration. So we apologize for folks that tuning in for the complete band performance. This morning, actually, the administration here at Franklin High School planned and the class of 2037 and the class of 2025 connected on the field this morning. It's a pretty cool gesture, as those little tots will be on a brand new surface, a brand new track, and a brand new stadium by the time they get into high school and they graduate in 2037. A pretty cool gesture this morning.
Yeah, that's cool stuff, and no doubt those little kids, whether they grow up and play football or not, they'll remember that moment. That's something that I'm sure they were big-eyed. I know at that age, if I'd seen Bryson Gibbs with that funky colored hair there on the screen, number 55, I'm going to remember that. A big, tall guy, so much bigger than you when you're that age, and you remember those things. So that's neat. And the symbolism, the gesture there, of course, bridging one generation as we say goodbye to the Panther Pit and welcome what I hope will be the new Panther Pit, right? I hope we continue to call it that. But as we've stated before, it's not going away very far. It's going to be right here in this area, but it will be different, totally different.
Yes, it will. It will not look anything like what you're viewing right now, just the surroundings. It'll be totally different, and if you have not viewed the Panther Pit Celebration, the Panther Pit documentary, the Final Whistle, 75 Years of History, it is streaming, and you can do so, and at the very end, you can see what the Panther Pit will look like when they get done with the new facility, which will happen in the next 2 or 3 months. They'll start construction.
You know, one of the things that, as I look out on this field tonight, and we think about the fact that the plans, so far as I know, call for a bunch of field dirt to come back down here from the upper practice facility and really fill this in and give them a chance to properly tile for water and drainage. I think about what Howard Johnson said when we interviewed him. He said the field I played on is probably 30 feet below that one they're on now.
Yeah.
And field dirt definitely over the years, so many times as we did our research, field dirt was brought into this place as it need to be. It's just basically a little valley as it runs down from the top up there in what is now the parking lot. Some of you folks that are older remember when it was not a parking lot, just a pasture. But you remember the creek that ran down here and caused so many problems. It's fun to go back and read those articles. If for those of you who remember J.P. Brady, the sports editor, what a vocabulary that guy had, right, George? I mean, he described some games here in the Panther Pit in the early 50s when it rained and was just muck and mire, and he talked about the Franklin boys needing periscopes to spot the opposing team. So good stuff. I encourage you to go take a look at the Final Whistle, the Panther Pit documentary. We spent a good bit of time on that, didn't we, bud?
Yeah, we did. We did. And it turned out very, very good. And hopefully, if you haven't already, you can set aside about 45 minutes of your time and watch it. Well, it was not the typical ball game we have seen for the Panther offense in the first half. 3 turnovers for Franklin, a fumble, and then 2 interceptions for Anderson Terrell. And the Panthers were shut out in the first half for the first time all season and find themselves down 10-0, but do get the ball to begin this second half.
Yeah, the story of the night right now for the Panther offense, 3 turnovers, like you said, and 2 of those Anderson Terrell picked off, and then, of course, the real heartbreaker was just when we thought things were getting settled in and we were going to at least walk out of here with a field goal to go into the halftime. We botch an exchange there between the quarterback and the running back and put it on the ground. Pisgah comes up with it, and that's the end of that. So find ourselves in a very odd position, as you mentioned, George, for the first time, not only shut out, but down by 10, 2 scores as we start the third quarter.
So both teams are back out of the locker room. You did see Franklin hang out for that halftime celebration, then head into the locker room quickly for some halftime adjustments. And we'll see what those are initially, because the Panthers will get the opening possession here in the third quarter. Third quarter action on FPSN brought to you by Longview Baptist Church. When you attend Longview, you'll experience Reformed theology, expository preaching, and Christ-centered worship. They've been around since 1942, and they're right across from Ruby Cinemas. Come grow with them at Longview Baptist, online, longviewbc.org for more details. We appreciate Longview Baptist being a seasoned sponsor of us here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. We appreciate you hanging with us here at the half. It was an extended halftime, and hopefully you enjoyed what the Panther Pit Celebratory Committee put together and what you wrote, Byron. You did a lot of script writing and wrote a lot of this, did a lot of the research. And Mark Sutton, he was on the committee as well, and he was your public address announcer. So the third quarter just about set to begin. And teeing it up and kicking it away for the Black Bears is Dom Messer. He's going to approach the football, and we are underway. It'll be a deep kick at about the 5-yard line. It's Hervey. Hervey moving. Hervey still moving out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 to begin the third quarter. Good field position, what the doctor ordered.
A lot of extra action there on the sideline. Waiting to see if we're going to see a flag pop up from that.
I was waiting for that, too.
Real quickly, too, George, I'll mention in the first half, 120 total yards of offense for the Panthers, 66 of those on the ground, 54 through the air. Of course, we did have the 2 interceptions and the fumble.
Terrell directing traffic. Hervey in motion. The pop pass goes to Hervey. He's going to cut it up. Hervey bouncing off one defender, taking a couple of Black Bears with him to the 47. So Hervey able to get about 5 yards on first down, so it'll bring a 2nd and short. 2nd and 5 upcoming. I didn't get those stats in graphical order because we were on the air for so long. And you were running over here, I was running over here and answering text messages and phone calls.
Different kind of night tonight,
it is.
Yeah.
And we had hopes of having the drone fed into our halftime celebration in a live drone, but unfortunately that didn't happen. It wasn't because of our efforts. A couple of yards for Terrell, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. I'll say a 3-yard gain for Terrell, so 3rd and short right at midfield.
If you're wondering how that 120 yards of offense stacks up against Pisgah, Pisgah with 167 yards, 118 of those through the air in the first half.
I'll stack the box on 3rd and 2. Hand going to go to Hervey. Hervey not going to get much. In fact, he lost a yard. 4th down, it'll be 4th and 3.
Number 24 there for the Bears, Carter Browning, leading tackler on the team for Pisgah. 11 tackles a game and comes up with a very important one right there. Forces Josh Brooks into some thinking time, if you know what I mean, right here, as he considers what to do at midfield. Down 2 scores and a 4th down.
20 on the play clock. Panthers keep the offense out. Under center is Terrell. And a drop. Heave has a man. Incomplete. Brock Bradley at about the 20-yard line. I don't know if he lost the ball or what, but it's a turnover on downs.
No, it was a great pass. I think Brock must have lost it. He stopped on the route there. Might have just lost it in the lights, but you see right there that little pause caused him to miss it. But that's a turnover on downs for the Panthers.
Pisgah gets it right at midfield.
Right at midfield. Really good field position.
Third quarter action brought to you by Longview Baptist Church in Franklin. LongviewBC.org. Clark out of the gun. He's going to hand to Pope, and Pope going to be hog-tied behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of a couple on first down, 2nd and 12.
Time to buck up here for the Panther defense. See the little push up front. Nice job. Again, I don't know, was that maybe Garrett Young? Maybe Carroll Cook that got in there.
2nd and 11. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. If you're commenting and you're asking us questions, unfortunately, we can't even access the feed on our phone because the Wi-Fi is so loaded down up here. We've got whistles at the stamp. I've tried multiple times, and I can't access it.
Start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That'll be a false start. Back them up 5.
Yeah, I'm getting enough signal that my phone and my watch are buzzing. But I'll be honest with you, it's not going to happen right now. You might as well send me a message in the sky, man.
Yeah.
But thanks, everybody.
Yeah, we do appreciate you. 2nd and 16. We got a new quarterback in, firing in the flat, incomplete.
Yes, we do.
Matthew Mahaffey is now at quarterback for Pisgah. I didn't notice it until
we totally missed that. Aaron Clark, it's been such a huge part of their night.
Yeah.
And there's Aaron over there with his helmet off.
Huh. And let's see, Mahaffey is junior. Also wide receiver, defensive back. Third down and long. Mahaffey grabs that shotgun snap. Fires over the middle. Airmails his intended receiver. Mason Putnam, I believe, was the intended receiver. And this is a development in this game. I don't know what happened to Aaron Clark, but he did not start at quarterback coming out of the locker room in fourth down and long, and the punting unit comes on for Pisgah.
And I'll tell you another thing, too. I feel like it's Franklin and Pisgah. I'm so used to so much more run plays that we're usually in the fourth quarter by now, right, at this time of night.
So back deep to receive. You saw Hervey. Pisgah to punt it. Mahaffey punts it. Going to angle it. Hervey. Shimmy and shake it. 30. Shakes another. 40, 42-yard line. Again, another return up to about the 40. The Panthers again have great field position on their second offensive possession of this third quarter.
Nice return there by Hervey. Makes a couple of moves at the beginning to set himself up. Nice. Evades the tackle there, but again, getting back to Pisgah, it's been a long time, if ever, I remember a Pisgah football team throwing it as much as they do tonight. So much so, they bring a fresh quarterback off the bench and continue to throw it.
Shotgun. Hand to Sutton. And Attic Sutton up to almost the 45. So positive yardage on first down. They'll stay on schedule. It'll be 2nd and 7 upcoming. Portions of tonight's game on FPSN brought to you by Corbin Dental, locally owned dental practice, providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in their community and providing world-class care right here at home. Ticking towards 8 minutes left. Third quarter. Panthers turned the ball over 3 times in that first half if you just joined us. And to Sutton again. And Sutton upended at the 47. Again, about a 3-yard gain. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Ball is going to be spotted at the 40.
3rd down and 3.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Another pressure-packed play here. Pisgah defense has been tough tonight. They're not giving a whole lot.
6-3-1-0-2-7.
3rd down. Pitch to the corner. It's Hervey trying to fight his way forward. And I think he's going to, well, it's going to be close. Looks like it's going to be enough for the first down.
Yeah, the guy on this side here started to call the first down and threw his arm back.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, maybe I'm not looking at that right. But sure enough, it was a first down. The replay showed.
1st and 10. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock. 7:17 left.
See the attention Braden Hervey's got. He's got man-up coverage, but the safety's all the way over here helping.
Terrell goes deep.
Oh, man.
Overshoots his intended receiver. Parker looked back, wanted a flag like he was held.
He was held right there in the middle of the field. See if we catch it. No, we missed it at that point, but no doubt.
So to bring up 2nd and 10.
To be quite frank with you, the referee just wasn't looking in that spot. I was looking at his head. He was looking at, to be honest with you, he's looking over here at Hervey. He was looking at that deep man, like most people in the stadium probably were.
2nd and 10. Terrell fakes the handoff, drops, fires over the head of his intended receiver, Braylon DeZarn. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Anderson just rushing that one just a little bit. He'd like to have that one back. That's where his misses have been tonight, just a little high on the intended pass to Braylon DeZarn.
3rd and 10. 22 on the play clock. We've still got plenty of time.
Coach Josh Brooks gets the call in.
Hervey goes in motion. They'll fake the pop pass, set up a screen, incomplete. Trying to hit Attic Sutton, and it's 4th down, and we'll see what the Panthers decide to do. Looks like they're going to punt it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, again, I'll have to watch this. Watch the defensive line. There's a couple of guys that really bid on it, but quite a few of them stayed home, to be honest with you. And it made Anderson try to fit that pass into just a little crease there, and Attic couldn't come up with it.
So, Panthers will punt it away. And it's going to be angled out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it out here. We'll start to march up. Oh, Mr. Official. Stop at the 20-yard line. That's where Pisgah will take over, 1st and 10. 7 minutes left. 3rd quarter on FPSN, exclusively brought to you by Longview Baptist Church. Go to U10 Longview in Franklin. Experience Reformed theology, expository preaching, and Christ-centered worship. Been around since 1942 across from Ruby Cinemas. Come grow with them at Longview Baptist, online, longviewbc.org.
Zeb Mahaffey back out on the field for Pisgah, playing quarterback. The starter, Aaron Clark, still on the sideline.
Pope wing to his left. And it's going to be Pope that gets the call. And Pope fights forward for about 3 yards. Attic Sutton it on the tackle for the Panthers. Under 7 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. I'm George Young alongside Byron McClure, our fantastic FPSN crew, Philip Angel, our executive producer, and Joshua Chastain, cameraman tonight. Glad that you're with us wherever you may be watching. And again, unfortunately, can't check the comments and see where you're watching tonight because the Wi-Fi is loaded down here in the box, and I can't really get much of a cell phone signal down here in this pit. Right up the middle to the 26-yard line goes Landon Pope. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for the Pisgah Black Bears.
Curious to see here what the play call will be. Aaron Clark on 3rd down has been tough for us tonight, but with the replacement, we'll see what the choice here is.
4 yards to get, 15 on the play clock. Mahaffey barking. He's going to hand to Pope. Pope, about a yard. So 4th down, and I'm sure the punting unit will come on for Coach Ricky Brindley.
And there again, I find that interesting. I know they have a lot of confidence in Landon Pope, very capable running back like we told you at the top of the show. But tonight, Pisgah has thrown the football quite a bit up until this point. Matter of fact, even when the substitution was made, we noticed Mahaffey was in the game. They continued to throw through that whole set of downs, but really have gone away from that in that series.
So Mahaffey will punt it. Hervey back deep. And almost blocked. Does get it out of there. Nice punt. It's going to roll at about the 38-yard line. That's where Franklin will take over, 1st down and 10. Trailing 10-0, 4:49 left. 3rd quarter brought to you by Longview Baptist Church. Across from Ruby Cinemas since 1942. Find them online at longviewbc.org. We got to get some rhythm offensively if you were the Panthers. You've had 3 turnovers in the ball game, but you're still in it. Only down 10-0, but the time now is not on your side. It's Garrett Young right up the middle. And Young able to gain about 3, maybe 4 yards.
And not horrible field position here, but we were just about a hair away from Josh McGahab blocking that punt just a second ago. And boy, wouldn't that have been nice.
Two, 2nd and 6, 4:21 left, 3rd quarter. And again, it's Garrett Young right up the middle. Garrett Young able to gain about 3, maybe 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Approaching 4 minutes left here, third quarter. They'll work quickly now with the Panthers.
Braden Hervey stays out wide.
And again, it's Garrett Young. Young going to pick up the first down, still moving. And Garrett Young able to push into Black Bear territory. And they'll mark him at the 48.
Just pure effort right there by the freshman, Garrett Young. Watch him. I thought he was stopped and gets another at least 4 yards. Again, interesting there. Braden Hervey out wide, making Ricky Brindley and his defensive staff sort of wondered what's getting ready to happen here. Because I promise you guys at home, if you haven't figured this out, every week, wherever we show up, number 11 for the Franklin Panthers gets a lot of attention.
No doubt. First down, Terrell going to fire over the head of his intended receiver. That was Brock Bradley. And Terrell just missing high so far here.
Watch him here as he gets back in the pocket, goes to his left. Not really hurried, but just, again, high. That's been about 2 or 3 of those he's missed tonight, high.
You know, throughout the season, Anderson Terrell has performed very well.
Very well.
And a lot of folks maybe don't realize he's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. And is getting better every week, to be honest with you.
Garrett Young again. He's going to spin his way for a couple. 3rd down and 8 upcoming.
I mentioned those guys up front, Max Sinclair, Mace Waldrop, Maverick Waldrop, Bryson Gibbs.
Ticking under 3 minutes left here, third quarter.
Anthony Montañez, those guys have battled tonight up front.
It'll be 3rd and long. Terrell going to fire in the flat. It's complete. Lance Parker. Parker's got the first down. Still fighting. They're going to blow the whistle. Now they do. And he is slung down. That'll move the sticks. Big first down.
Big play. Great catch by Lance. And YAC, that's what they call it, yards after the catch. That was the important thing there. That ball was not thrown in a first down area. Lance had to make something out of it. Great job by number 20, Lance Parker.
Yak, yards after catch.
Yeah.
Approaching 2 minutes left, third quarter. Panthers driving in Black Bear territory at the 34-yard line. Terrell works out of the gun. Pitches it to Hervey. Hervey, shoestring tackle. Did he fumble the football?
Oh, wait a minute.
I'd say he was down, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
I felt like he was, but then I started getting worried here.
I don't think we got a good angle here. I didn't see the ball pop loose. I think it looked like the ground.
I got to imagine the ground caused that because he was
a gain of 2. Hervey got to bring up. That's his clock stop. They must have called it a fumble. 2nd and 8. Terrell takes out. Nothing. It's a slow developing play for Hervey. So 3rd down upcoming again. 3rd down and 8.
That defensive line proving very tough. Zach Schoaf, Jordan Capps. Just a couple of the names up front for the Pisgah Black Bears.
4 wide. On 3rd down. They'll fire it in the flat. It's DeZarn. He's going to cut it up. DeZarn got the first down, I think. It's going to be close. Flag down in the backfield. Roughing the passer going to be the call.
Oh, that's a nice.
It doesn't matter if he got the first down or not. We didn't get a shot of the roughing the passer. We did not get what happened in the backfield, but they're going to whistle it off here.
Well, we'll just take their word for it.
Yeah. He's going to get. Yeah.
That's roughing the passer.
That's going to take it all the way down to the 13-yard line, the biggest penetration for Franklin offense tonight against the Black Bears. Minute 14 left, clock ticking.
Still plenty of time in this football game.
Now Coach Josh Brooks going to come out and call a timeout with 66 seconds left, third quarter. He wants to talk things over with 66 seconds left. Let's take a quick break ourselves. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. 66 seconds left as the Panthers want to talk things over, facing a first down and 10 at the Black Bear 13-yard line. Glad that you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. You know, basketball season's almost here. I see Doug Clemens. It's November. That means it's basketball season.
We had a Doug Clemens signing.
We did. You know, he gave me the schedule a couple of weeks ago. First 7 out of 8 are on the road. There's only one home basketball game in the month of December. Who made that schedule? Garrett Young going to cut it out. Garrett Young tripped up at about the 7-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6.
I love it. We're going to see a lot of this kid carrying the football over the next 3 years. Right now, it's so fun to watch him. It's almost like watching a baby foal. Is that what a horse is called? As they're learning how to run with stuff, you could just tell he is going to be special.
Hand to Young again. And Garrett Young, he's in.
Why not?
Garrett Young, 6 yards out.
Get used to this, Panther fans. Coming around from the wing spot. Takes the hand off, and he's going to do a lot of that. He's going to run people over. I'm going to tell you, I don't even know if he's turned 15 years old yet.
He looks like he's 20.
He looks like he's 20, for sure.
Daniel Riddle to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. And it's up and good out of the hold of Aiden Pitts. 33 seconds left. Panthers have finally made it onto the scoreboard. It's 10-7 as we head to break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
I was an excellent golfer, by the way.
Welcome back as the Panthers will kick things away to the Pisgah Black Bears. It's going to be Sinclair that will tee it up to kick it away. We've got a ball game now, third quarter, 33 seconds left. See if Sinclair can nail one deep. And it's going to be at the 4-yard line. Up to the 20, 25. Still moving, but then slung back is Kenyon Moore. And Moore, a 20-yard return for Coach Ricky Brindley and his Black Bears. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. And the Black Bears now will take the field. We'll see if Mahaffey remains on the field, and yes, he does. He'll be the quarterback for the Black Bears as he came in to the ball game in the third quarter for Aaron Clark, who's on the sideline, but we're assuming he has some type of an injury. They won't let him back in. On first down, Mahaffey fires, has the receiver. It's Moore, caught, first down.
There you go. Mahaffey showing you he can throw the football, and Ricky Brindley showing you he's going to anyway. He took a series off from it, but Mahaffey stands in the pocket and delivers to the number 1 receiver of the Pisgah Bears, Kenyon Moore, for a first down.
And we're going to head to the fourth quarter. Pisgah has already headed to the opposite side of the field. The clock ticks down, and we take a break. Fourth and final quarter coming up right after this.
Third quarter, Pisgah.
Welcome back as the fourth quarter is about to begin here at the Panther Pit. I'm George Young alongside Byron McClure and Philip Angel, our executive producer, one of those great replays for us, and Joshua Chastain on our camera. Mahaffey shotgun. First down. Deep drop for Mahaffey. Now being chased. Being flushed. Mahaffey able to get out of a couple of tacklers. Still moving. Mahaffey will not go down. He almost gets a first down. Good grief.
Wow. Watch this.
There's two.
There's 2, 3 missed tackles.
4,
5,
6,
7. And finally, Braden Hervey
7 missed tackles.
says that's enough.
Second down and a yard for the Black Bears after Mahaffey broke 7 tackles. A low snap, hand to Pope. He's going nowhere.
Big play there.
Avery Carpenter able to meet him and take you down.
Watch 56 step up, step through, untouched, and make the tackle.
Landon Pope gashed the Panthers in the first half, but so far,
here we go.
It's been snuffed out, but it's third down again. 3rd and 4.
Third, and it looks like he's going to work out of the shotgun.
Mahaffey waiting for that snap. He's going to take off. Strings it out and then gets belted. He's going to be well shy of the first down, so decision for Coach Ricky Brindley. It'll be 4th and long, too. Looks like the punting unit going to come on.
Yeah, I was curious there as to what they were going to do. Again, they put him in the shotgun, and really the question I've had is, are they going to continue to throw the ball? They got him back there in the shotgun, but decided to run it. I agree. He found some luck there just a second ago, but I think it was pure luck to make 7 people miss. So interesting call there, but glad they made it because they're going to punt it back to us right here.
It'll be Mahaffey that will punt it. Hervey back deep.
Oh,
got to be a fake.
Oh, no.
And it's a first down for Pisgah.
Wow.
That'll be Carter Browning. He picks up the first down. We did not get the fake. We were on the wrong. Can you switch to the other camera? Yeah, too late.
Just snap to the up man right there.
Yeah.
And he took right off. Was that Landon?
It was 24, Browning, Carter Browning.
Big play for Pisgah.
Picked up the first down. The drive continues for Coach Ricky Brindley. It's Mahaffey in the gun. And right in Pope. He's going to drop deep. Going deep, and it is almost intercepted. Braylon DeZarn had it in his hands.
Braylon DeZarn with a great defensive play here. Mahaffey rolling to his right. And watch DeZarn.
He just knocked it down.
Yeah, Pitts on the coverage there. And DeZarn came to help.
2nd and 10 yards to go. It'll be a pistol for Mahaffey. Pope behind him. Hand goes to Pope. he'll be tracked down from behind by Aiden Pitts. A couple on second down, 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Under 9 minutes left, 8:55 and a moving clock here.
Pisgah continuing to work in this no huddle style offense here. Receivers staying out wide. Big play, George, big play.
Shotgun for Mahaffey. He'll roll, he'll scan, he'll fire, and it is caught. 1st down. Pass complete to Jake Lowry, 2 yards beyond the sticks. Move the chains for Pisgah.
Pisgah just runs the deep man here and then curls Lowry right underneath on the out. Right underneath the defense of Braylon Desarn.
So far, Coach Ricky Brimley is dialing up high percentage plays for his quarterback, who is in relief for the starter, Ian Mahaffey. And credit those receivers. They're getting open. It'll be 1st down. Mahaffey just takes off. Quarterback keep straight up the middle for 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down. That's all that Coach Brimley wants at this point, is to continue to run that clock and convert 3rd downs.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd and 7, a 3-yard gain for Matthew Mahaffey.
Clock continues to run.
10 on the play clock. Mahaffey, deep drop, and it's incomplete as he went to the end zone. He's trying to hit Jake Lowry. You see him at the top of your screen, just a post pattern.
Somehow or another, that's why I was trying to figure out what happened here on the replay. Braylon Desarn just sort of lost his footing and went down.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Dropping deep is Mahaffey, plants his foot, heaves, wide open, caught, touchdown Pisgah. That's Jake Lowry. And Pisgah scores on the deep ball, 28-yard connection.
Panther defense totally out of sorts right there as he was wide open, and Matthew Mahaffey, the junior, stepping up big in the absence of the starting quarterback, Aaron Clark.
Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. Tom Messer nails the PAT, and Pisgah has now regained a 10-point advantage at 17-7 as we head to break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back as the kick is away, going to be a short kick and to about the 35-yard line. We do believe it is starting to rain here at the Panther Pit. A very fine mist is rolling across. You can see it in the lights. Had some rain, some very fine rain earlier today. We thought it had cleared out. Panthers take over, trailing by 10. Anderson fires, has a receiver. And Lance Parker able to catch it at the 48.
Lance Parker running out here, just sitting down, a little soft spot in the zone. Anderson Terrell delivering the ball in a spot where it couldn't be picked off. Great catch by Lance Parker.
Maybe just fog.
Yeah, I think it is. That's the
just
crazy
fog.
thing about it.
First down, hand to Garrett Young. He's upended. Nice solo tackle as Carter Browning chips him up in the middle. That Panther offensive line. A second down and 9 upcoming with 6:36 left. Panthers trail now 17-7. Pisgah has led the entire way, led 10-0 at the half. Franklin able to get on the board for the first time in the third quarter. Option, nothing. Pisgah had that one snuffed out as Hervey is taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
24, Carter Browning and Landon Pope in on the tackle. Setting up another third down, and that clock just continues to run now under 6 minutes.
Third and long, 3rd and 10. Paddock Sutton now wing to the right of Anderson Terrell. He drops deep, fires, and to the right of his intended receiver, and Braylon Desarn, 4th down. Only the offensive unit on the field trailing by 10 with 5:39 left. Only 2 timeouts remain for the Panthers.
See what kind of personnel we go with here. Of course, Braden Hervey on the field. Question, where will he be lined up? Lance Parker. Braylon Desarn out wide here on the near side.
Terrell, deep drop over the middle and incomplete. Terrell was taken down pretty harshly, but no flags, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yep, intended receiver here, Hervey. He was at the top of your screen, running across the middle of the field, and defended there by Mahaffey, the quarterback, who just put one in the end zone for Pisgah just a few minutes ago. And that'll give Pisgah the ball back here, 5.5 minutes to go, and a 10-point lead. And I doubt we'll see a whole lot of throwing the football right here.
Yeah, you say that, but Mahaffey's in the gun. They'll hand it to Pope, and Pope scoots across the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Second down, 6.
They'll bring up 2nd and 6. We have a couple of scores as we're getting late here in the fourth quarter of this one. Tuscola up on North Henderson 20-12 in the fourth quarter. Swain County on their way to their first win of the season. Up 39-12. Pope pick up the first down. That'll move more clock. And things are looking bleak for the Panthers. Murphy is blowing out Cherokee 27-0 at the half. Hayesville on top of Andrews 13-3, and West Henderson at the half up 8 over Smoky Mountain 28-20. And I'm sure that is probably a little bit later than halftime. It just has not been updated.
New set of downs for Zeb Mahaffey and the Pisgah Bears. 4 minutes, 16 seconds and counting.
Drain all that play clock that they can. Snap it with 7. Pope gets the call. Pope able to gain a couple.
Carry across the 35-yard line.
Playing defense right now for the Panthers. You're thinking about trying to force that turnover. You're punching and slapping at that ball, trying to get something to happen here to get your offense back on the field and give you some sort of shot.
Three minutes, 35 seconds. Clock continues to roll. Haffey fighting his way 2 yards shy of the first down. Third down, and a couple coming up. Third and 3 officially as we approach 3 minutes left.
Defensive line tonight for the Panthers: Ty Carver, Maverick Waldrop, Carroll Cook. Avery Carpenter's been in there some tonight. McGaha. Need something right here. Need to force an opportunity.
Browning, first down. May be your ball game right there, folks.
Well, Browning wasn't going to take no for an answer. He just about took the shoulder off of his quarterback. Watch him take this handoff. He was ready to go.
Garrett Young had him by his shoestrings and holding on. That will roll the clock, and that will be pretty much all she wrote in this one, as Pisgah will come over the mountain and stun the Panthers and ruin the 75th celebration of the Panther Pit, as they will get the last laugh in this one. The Panthers only able to scratch across 7 points in this one, fighting forward. The 16 goes Browning. That'll be close to another Pisgah first down.
They're certainly playing with some momentum right here. They're just busting it right up the middle. We know what they're doing, and they're still getting 7 and 8 yards a clip. This defense has been on the field a lot tonight.
Immediately following the game.
Hard to believe, George. How long have you and I been doing games together in this place? What year did you start?
07. Flag. And got the first down. We'll check the marker here. Aiden Pitts able to tackle him. See, this is my 17th year.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know. Man, unbelievable. I had to figure it up. I had to bring my calculator out.
You can put your shoes back on now, George.
Yeah.
I don't, man, I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yeah.
Think about all the games you've done, games we've done together. Before you, there was the Redhead Express. Chad Dorsett was here for a while.
Patrick Moore. He checked in on Facebook. The one thing I'm not going to miss is this press box. It's a dump. And there's a lot of folks that think the same. There's some folks that commented on our YouTube documentary about the fact that press box is, leaves a lot to be desired. And also, a lot of years, the way that we've treated some visiting media is really a shame. And hopefully that'll change once they redo this facility and there's more room. All right, up the middle, and Pisgah adds more to the heartache for the Panthers. Carter Browning right up the gut, tack on 6 more.
Not a whole lot to explain here, just good blocking and run it right up the middle. And Pisgah Bears
pouring it on now. And
that's right.
Going to have a big celebration in Canton and across the way tonight. And it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a 24-7 lead now for Pisgah. And I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Franklin only able to scratch across 7 points so far. Of course, there's 39.4 seconds left. But he turned the ball over 3 times. It has a lot to do with it. But credit Pisgah. Defensively very stiff, and offensively with the backup quarterback here in the second half, able to punch across a couple of touchdowns. and extend that lead. And Ricky Brindley, he's got a little winning streak against the Panthers, dating back to Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, he has. And tonight, he faced down something. I honestly, quietly. Now I know Matthew Mahaffey, great kid, wonderful golfer. I was thinking, all right, now what are they going to do here with him playing quarterback? I don't think this is a situation they were ready to be in. And it took him a series or two, but Ricky Brindley put the faith back in him to throw the football, and they sort of took off on us.
It'll be a short kick at about the 25, fumbled and picked up by Panther, and that is, it looks like Talon Smith ended up with it. 33.9 seconds left. The Panthers have one more shot here offensively, so they can score one quick and then get an onside kick.
I want to thank everybody that came here tonight, helped us celebrate. Not the game result we wanted, but, wow, what for all of us that have had opportunity to either to play or come here and work in the press box, volunteer in some way. 75 years is a long time. It's been special and really an awesome scene tonight. If you joined us late, we had the Mama area helicopter deliver the game ball to a man who's 90-something years old, the only known living player from the Franklin Panther team, the inaugural season of this stadium in 1949. Just a special moment.
Pass complete. That may do it. Time ticks down. And the party will start across the way in Canton, North Carolina. 24-7, the Pisgah Black Bears ruined the celebration of 75 years of the Panther Pit with a victory in the Mountain 7 Conference. Panthers now dropped to 3-2 and 6-2 overall. Pisgah now heads to 7-2. And they'll find out Monday if they can host Tuscola next Friday for the Haywood County Clash. They'll get clearance if the repairs were completed and they're been okayed by the officials. They need to okay them. I saw that yesterday on WLOS. Rex Hodge did a report about it, and so they'll find out. If not, then they'll host it at Western Carolina University at E.J. Whitmire Stadium next Friday at the County Clash. So that's a big deal in Haywood County. Make a lot of money on it. Pisgah hasn't hosted it in a long time, and hopefully they'll be able to fix the stadium and host that County Clash. The Franklin Panthers now have to regroup on a 2-game losing streak after the heartbreak last Friday against West Henderson. It really was a gut punch, and you could see it tonight. There was a hangover, not sharp offensively. They lost 2 in a row and looked to close out the season against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs, and really in a must-win situation if they want to continue at least one more game in the Panther Pit and extend the season.
Yeah, going to be tough. Really up for debate now as to what's going to happen in this season. And last week was a tough one. Faced a quarterback and a running back unlike we had seen yet this season. And I think tonight, early on in this game, George, it was the 3 turnovers, quite frankly, and also our inability to keep Aaron Clark from extending the play, finding the receiver in that mid-route area. And I'll say this, too. Pisgah has some receivers who know they look like they have played together, right? Aaron Clark and his receivers. They seem to always be moving, even when the route was over. If it's not there, they're still searching to get open, and because they know Aaron Clark can extend the plays, and that's what he did. Hats off. There was, the fake punt that they converted was a huge play, and then the ability, or I should say the faith that Coach Brindley showed in his backup quarterback, Matthew Mahaffey, because I'll be honest with you, when they come out here and went 4 and out with some running plays, I thought, okay, now here we have a chance. But Ricky Brindley put faith in him the next time out. He started throwing the football again. And he might not be Aaron Clark, but he did a pretty good job of getting the offense going again. And we just had a tough time with it tonight. And, you got what we have here, a 24-7 final. Now this game was a little bit closer than this final score here, as Pisgah put one on here at the very end. But still, hats off to Pisgah. I know they enjoy nothing more than coming over here and robbing one in the Panther Pit.
Yeah.
And not to throw any shade on anything, just hats off to everybody, George, here at the high school, from Coach Josh Brooks all the way to you, to Billy Van Hook, everybody that participated for the past couple of months and was a big part of this 75th year in the pit celebration. So hats off to you. Thanks a lot, man.
Well, same to you. You aren't taking a lot of the credit, but you spent a lot of time on the documentary and also preparing what happened tonight, and we do appreciate you as well. All right, we'll let you know what the future holds. My thanks to Byron McClure, Philip Angel, and Josh Chastain. For all involved, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.